Hey, welcome back and following me on my next journey on this Ortur Laser Master 2 Pro. In this video, I'm just gonna walk through assembly of this thing. There are many parts and pieces, but what I like to do is I like to lay everything out kind of where they need to go before I start. That's what I've done here. And so let's get started. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, as this will come in a step or two. So I'll put this over to the side. So I laid out everything. These pieces are going to go with this. These pieces are going to go over here in this general area. This piece is going to go over here. This is going to go over here in this general area. So the first thing we need to do is we need to put the bars, the sidebars together. And as you can see, there are little numbers and ticks on it. Some people may get the centimeter, or some people may get the inch version. I got the centimeter version in my kit, so that's what we're going to use. So these aluminum bars we're going to start putting together. On the side, you want to start with the two short and the long side first. So we're going to start on this side. We're going to put this little thing in. There is a direction that these little go in. Follow these little, this area like this. It will go in this way, and that will go in that way. Kind of like that right there on the bottom. Don't tighten that yet. We're going to put this long screw into the side and try to line it up. And then we're going to put this screw in. We're going to tighten up the corner connectors in a second. I'm going to put this in. That's going to pull that in. It's going to line that right there. Okay. Do the same thing up top. Put this corner connector in. Put this in. Line that together. And then we're going to put that screw in. And tighten that up. Okay. Tighten that up a little bit. So the reason, oops, did I move the camera a little bit? I probably did. Sorry about that. This side we're not going to put in the pieces because we need to do one step before that. We needed these little things right here. These are going to be holding screws, so you can put in your screws in to hold up your feet. So we're going to take this and slide these in, two in on this side. I'm going to take the other two that needs to be going on this side, two in on this side. All right, now that we got those in, we can put in our last thing on this side. Get my screwdriver. Let's put in the corner piece in here. Corner piece here. Put in this corner piece. Put in this corner piece. There we go. We go like that. The screws in here. It catches. Make sure this goes in before I tighten anything else really up. And that goes in. All right. Take this in. Okay. That. Put that in. Tighten it up. You see that everything lines up like how it should. All right. Put that in. Tighten that up. That goes in like it should. All right. Next thing we're going to do, take the Allen wrench that came with it, and we're going to tighten all the corner pieces. That tightens up there. That tightens up there. And that tightens up there. Let's go on this side. Let's tighten those up too. That tightens up there. There you go. That tightens up over there. Got that tightened. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put these legs with this back here. I'm going to put that on. All right. Let's get going. I'm actually gonna put this on a little bit afterwards, after I get that get the legs on. So the legs with the little, remember the things that we just put in? These things, one of the legs will go on there, and then the other one will go at the very edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that from this angle. I'm gonna take this onto this hole right here. This is going to go on this corner edge right there, right at the corner. See that? Oh, did that wrong a little bit. Sorry about that. That corner edge requires a little thing that we'll put that on in a second. Beside that one, that's the little thing that we just slid in when we put that onto this edge. And then we're going to screw that into that little metal thing that we slid in. Put that in there. I'm not going to tighten it quite yet, as I'm going to unslide it. There we go. I'm going to put this, the threads, the treads facing down. We'll put that in here on this side. Bring that up a little bit. Don't need that much for it. And then this is going to hold that in place. And I'll come back over there to show you how that looks, and we'll do the other side together in a second. So let me put this in. And that's going to tighten that to that side. I'll turn this around and show you guys what I did right there. All right, that's the back side. So let me try and see if I can turn this around and show you guys what I was doing back there. Kind of on this end right here. See if I can show that to you. This little piece that we have right here, we're gonna take our little base plate, put that right around there, put our M5 screw in there, then we're gonna screw that in. Like so. Keep it a little bit loose because we're not ready for that yet. For this end right here, this is where we're going to take our belt. Belt's gonna go treads on the other side, back down, but it's gonna go into this little hole. We're gonna come up like this. And then with the other M5 and the washer, it's gonna go at the very edge. Right here. Take that screw, put that right in. And that holds the belt in place and our legs for the back. Make sure all my screws are tightened. There you go. So those are our legs at the back. All right, let's turn this back around. Okay, we have those same things right here, but this side's going to be slightly different. So, but now we need to put in our x-axis. I'm just gonna slide this in like so. There we go. And then we need to put the belt through that too. So where it goes under one, I'm gonna use this to bring it back up, but it's gonna go under one wheel and back up. Take that back up. Slide that back up. And we're gonna pull that completely over. And we're gonna go back under and over and under the wheel. And we're gonna do this to both sides. There we go. That's gonna lay like that. The same thing on this side too. Let's see if I could, it's gonna go, I'm using the Allen wrench to bring it under the wheel and bring it back up. There we go. So if you can't see, that went under the wheel. I don't know if you can see that. Under the wheel, back up, and then now we're going to go back under the wheel. Okay, and that's going to go right there. All right, now we can go over here and put in the other leg on this side. Take one little thing, and we're gonna put our oops, there you go, that stays there. A little M5 screw over here, put that in. Leave it a little bit loose as we need to slide this over. Then we're gonna put this in here. Now for this belt, you want it tight, but you don't want it too tight. Okay, because if you have too tight, it's not gonna work. We just kind of want it tight. It's a little bit tight, but don't pull on it. And then this is what's gonna keep it in. And this is where we could adjust it in the future if we need it or not, but it's gonna screw in right there. That's for that side. On the other side, it's gonna be a little bit different. All right, so right now, there's still a little slack, so let me take that off. Let me loosen that a little bit. Pull that a little bit, see how that moves. Move smoothly, and there we go. Let's see how that works. All right, now we're gonna go do the other side, and let's start trying to put that in. Right here, what we do need to do is we need to take this back, take our two profile nuts, and put both of these in here, like so. Okay, and we're also going to put our main board assembly on too. I'm going to take this nut right here, bring that over, and that's where that's going to go. Get the screwdriver. Get that side in. This is actually our leg on this side. Not too tight, so I could, oh, that might be just slightly too tight. Loosen it so I could get it over and align to the edge of this, and then I'm gonna screw this side in. There we go. Tighten that up. Tighten that. Now we got a screw on this side. All right. Well, the next thing is to put your limit switch in. But the whole thing is, I'm not going to put this in yet because I bought the controller for that. Or it's the head focusing controller. And then there are several pieces that need to go on there. They have an additional smaller piece that needs to extend this outwards because this gives it a little too much space. And so I'm going to work on this board according to what they say. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take off the limit switch real quick. So here's the limit switch. I'm going to take that off. Take off this limit switch. There we go. Then we're going to put the board in. Use the 2 screws that came with this. Put this back in. Slightly have a magnetic tip. Oh, that fell. Should put that on there. Take the larger of the 2 holes over here on this side. Put that in. Get the other little small screw. And basically this is a limit switch board extender, just to give that little bit more of a room since. Tighten that on there. And now we'll put the limit switch back on here. That's how that would go. Try to line up the holes if I can find it. Sometimes it's all about finding where the holes are, right? There we go. I think I got that one. Yeah, right there. Just line this one up. There we go. So now that's onto the new board. And then we're going to take this and we are going to put this in the 2 little slots, but we're going to take that all the way back here. Put that into the first slot. I'm not going to tighten it too much because I need to do some stuff there. All right, this is how this is going to go. This is going to go in to this little hole, move to the side, goes into this little hole, like so. Okay. Gonna move that. Adjust it all the way back here. See if I can move this a little back. There we go. Got that right there. And this is where we're going to find the screw. Put that screw in. See if I got it. Yep, I did get it, I think. And then we're going to, there we go. We're going to tighten this, but not too tight, remember. Tighten that in. Now we're going to tighten this in. And that won't move. There we go. That's in on that side, okay? I might move later on. I might adjust this back over to that side since there's so much slack over here. But actually, let's do that now. Take that back out a little bit. Take this side out a little bit. that, let's see if we can move this real quick. Just, I don't want that much luck on this side. That's the only reason. Maybe put about that much on this side. And I'll make the all the rest of it go back on the other side. Come on. Screw is being difficult. Oops. Now I see why this takes a little while to put together. There we go, got that in. Move this all the way back. We're gonna keep that right there. Keep that right there. And I'm gonna make sure the rest of the sack goes back out on this side. So I'm gonna, there we go. Not too tight. Yeah, I'm gonna screw this one back in. All right, got that in. All right. So we got the limit switch in for the new assembly. Now we're going to start fixing our loom plate. This is our loom plate right here. Now on this side, on the bottom of this, we're going to put this nut in. This will self-tightens, and then we'll put this underneath. So we're gonna do this, and this little nut will actually turn into the housing on the bottom. So kind of put that on first. Okay, put this, let's raise it to the side. And this is going to go into down here. And we're gonna put this all the way at the edge. And then that's gonna turn in. That's gonna lock in place right there. That's where the loom is gonna sit on that end. Put that back down. Okay, our loom's gonna sit right there. Take our loom. Actually, several ways you could do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the loom out on here. See if I can see that right there. That's where the loom is gonna go. So right here, this part of the loom, that's gonna go right there. Take our two smaller screws. These are I believe these are the M4s or M3s. Put that side. It's gonna fix right there. The other screw. It's gonna fix right there. Okay, so that part of the loom is gonna fix right there. I'm gonna let things loose a little bit, so maybe there's a little bit of adjustment here. So, that in a second. All right, let's move this back this way. The other part of the loom is going to attach to the side over here. Let's see if I can show you that again. On the side, I don't know if I can see that. On the side, there are two holes right here and we're just gonna put this little piece on there. All right, put this little piece onto the side. And we're gonna use M4 screws, 2 of them. This is where the other part of the loom is going to sit. On here. There we go, got that in. Put the other one in. And we're just gonna tighten it. Okay, that's tightened in. Okay, now we're gonna get the other side of the loom, put this side, and put that in over here with the other 2 screws. Okay. So we're just gonna screw this in. Make sure I have cables out of my way for now. All right, got that went in. The other screw for the other side. All right, got that in. Okay, got that in. That's our loom. Now we can make our wire connections. This big one goes into right into here. Sides in. And now we see several connections right there. Those are actually our limit switch connections. And again, the limit switch connections, the red goes into the red dot and the black goes into the black dot, and then this goes into ground. So where are we gonna put this? Well, I'm gonna put this right here. So I'm gonna loosen this a little bit. And stick this ground over here. And I won't show you this side where this goes, but I'll show you up here. So let's do this. Well, let's first take this. This is our X. You see the X right there? X will go with X. So X goes right here. X goes along with X. You put those 2 together. So X goes with X. This will be for them switch. This goes to the motor controller down here. So we're gonna plug that in. So, all right, so what I was talking about was you have the red needs to go on the side of the dot. So this red's gonna go over here and this black's gonna go, but let me do the black first. This black's gonna go right here for the limit switch. So it's gonna go in here. Your ground is going to go to this screw right here. And then we'll screw that on. The red is going to go over here. There we go. That's the limit switch right there. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing over here. My red is on this side. My black is in the mid and on the other side. So I'm gonna, oh, I did mess up over here. Let's take this back out. Because I have this, need to go on that side of this cable. So there you go. Just had things twisted around. Put this back in. All right, so black is gonna go in the middle. Did I do the same thing again? Yes, I did. How did I mess up twice? There we go. All right, black's gonna go in the middle. There we go, and then the red's gonna go on the outside of this. That's how that goes. All right, so that's where that goes. Now we need to put in our new height controller right there. All right, so for the height controller, several things we need to do. We need to take off this plate right here. So there are 4 screws, which we won't need anymore. All right, then we need to put in the new height controller in. And this is the height controller. There are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're supposed to put in the self-tapping screws right here. So 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Gonna put that in. Come on. Yeah. Line it with the holes. I usually like tightening things up when I get most of them in. Oops. There that goes. Then the 2 on the bottom. Let's raise this up a little bit so we can see from the bottom. And one more. Oops. That was big. Smaller. There we go. That's tight there. Let's tighten the other 2. They're up here. That's tight. All right, that's tight. That's for up and down. Then for the rest of that, now we're gonna put this, I'm gonna take this out. Don't need that. Let's move these over to the side. We won't need these anymore. And then we're going to get our new plate right here, this plate, and we're gonna put it into one of these holes. All right, the only thing is I don't know where to put these on to this hole. If I'm at the very, very bottom, I will put them in the middle 2 holes. So I'm gonna put that in the middle 2 holes right there. May have to adjust those later, but that's where I'm gonna put them for now. Come on. There you go. Got that down there. Those two holes right there. Tightened. Tightened. Good. And then we're going to mount this new plate into here with those 4 screws. Put that on to protect the laser a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Let's use a larger one. Yeah, use the larger one, that fits better. Yep. And one more. All right. Our laser is in. That's the height adjustment. There we go. So that looks like that's gonna work. All right, next thing we're gonna do is finish putting in all our wires. On this side, there's one more wire I need to put in, and that's just gonna connect to the bottom of this, like so. All right. And we're gonna need this cable. This side has the one with our ground, so we know that's gonna go to the laser side. This is going to go to this side. Then from the laser side, this is actually going to go, we're gonna loosen one of these up. This is where the ground is gonna go. So we're gonna put the ground over here. Stick that in. Tighten that back up a little bit, not too tight. You don't want to crack the plexiglass up top. And we're going to put this in. Oh, let me loosen that a little bit. It's not gonna fit. This cable's not gonna reach. Put that in right there to the top of the laser. It's gonna be right there. And the last step is to make sure we zip tie a lot of the loose cables. I'm sometimes a little too lazy to do that, but I mean, here's the zip tie area over here. Zip tie to your cable area, loose cables. That's gonna go right here. That's gonna go right there. And, didn't bring anything to cut the zip ties. Oh yeah, I did, right here. Once you got that zip tie it, cut the loose ends. For a laser, you kinda wanna zip tie through one of the edges. Let's see if I get that over. There we go. Got that over. Zip tie that. Give it a little bit of Sinlac right there. That looks good. Okay. Then these cables, I will zip tie them later. But yeah, that's really what it takes to put this entire thing around. So yeah, they tell you to put another zip tie over here, another one over here. But yeah, this is basically the assembly of this thing. So I hope you enjoyed that video and follow me along as I continue engraving stuff. All right, have a good day.